What's going on, Patriots? I'm TJ Scott.
I'm Kyler Barnett.
I'm Trevor McPherson.
And welcome to our second sports roundtable. And this week we're going to be talking, obviously, about winter sports and what's gone on in the past couple months. We did one first semester, kind of wrapping up everything that had happened during the football, volleyball, all that season. And we started giving you a preview about what was going to go on during the winter with wrestling, boys, girls basketball, and all that stuff. And now we're going to kind of do a recap. Although the wrestling season's over, the boys basketball and the girls basketball still have districts to go through. And the girls basketball team is looking pretty hot right now. They're 20-5, 10-0 in conference play, and that's a really amazing feat that they've done, especially without Kiera. So what do you guys think about their season so far and what they've done?
Well, and I think that's the big focal point, without Kiera. That's, that was the big focal point. Everybody thought we can't win without Kiera. We can't win without Kiera. And I think that showing that we have what it takes with even a young team. Kiera was one of the only seniors, if not the only one.
She was the only
senior. She was the only senior.
Yeah.
We have juniors leading this team right now along with some sophomores. And like in the past, you've seen Becca Gilpin kind of step into a role that she didn't really have much choice. She was thrust into it and with Kiera's departure. And she stepped up and played well the last couple weeks. Brody has played well. Aaron has played well. They've kind of stepped up and stepped into leader roles that they weren't really expected to fill until next year.
Yeah. And I just thought, that they really did grow up, and they had to grow up fast, especially with her. It's not like, they had, a whole off-season to kind of transition into, what they were going to do. It's kind of we're going to be without Kiera, next week. And I don't think that they took it as, we're going to be without Kiera. They weren't scared or anything. They were ready for, what was going to come because they're confident in their ability to score. Obviously, they're 20-5, 10-0 in conference play. They've just been killing it lately. And so, Trevor, what do you have on, wrestling? What's your opinion? What went on? We obviously had Chase go to state, so what happened there?
Second year wrestler Chase Schroeder. Last year he was in the bubble match, and the bubble match is basically the match that depends if you go to state or not. Mm-hmm. Last year he lost that match and wanted to improve, and he actually won this year's match and made it into a couple rounds of districts. And with him only being a sophomore, that just proves his future is going to be bright next year and the year after.
Yeah, he's got a lot of room to grow. I mean, he did go to state, which obviously is a great feat to accomplish. I mean, you can't really ask for much more besides winning it. And what do you have on boys basketball, Kyler?
It hasn't been easy. It's a tough year. It's a down year, I would say. It's 2-22. It's been rough, but hang in there, Patriots. It's going to get better. It's only up from here. There's a lot of room for improvement. We've got a young team. Max Titus is going to be returning. Keaton Wiley, who has been breakout player of the year by far. I mean, he was not really anyone we had on our radar watch, and I'm sure that's the same for everybody else watching. But he's coming back, and he stepped up into a big role this year. Don Edmondson has played very well for a sophomore who doesn't have a whole lot of varsity leadership experience, and he stepped into that role very well. And Max Titus, like I said, he's coming back. He had a little down year this year, but I think next year you're going to see those shooting stats improve a lot more. And I think you're going to see him step into that role that we were hoping he would step into this year.
Yeah.
So I think you need to look at this year as a buffer year for our boys basketball team and just kind of hold out for next year. I think it's going to be a lot better next year. And with, there's a lot of room for improvement. I think you're going to see it next year.
I think it's part of the system, too. Gannet's system was a lot of, it was set plays and stuff like that, and Briggs' offense is kind of like a motion freelance, pass and cut type of thing. And, I think that they'll grow and they'll have an entire offseason to get everything figured out, and then they'll come back in the season. I think they'll be good. Hopefully they're better than 2 and whatever. Hopefully they can, do good in conference play and maybe win 1 or 2 games, but...
Well, I mean, we played Chrisman, correct? We played Chrisman opening, so, I think that's the thing you need to look out for.
That was our closest game all year, literally at one point.
This is the game that we're going to want, This is Chrisman. This is the game. Every year, this is the game.
It'll be a big game if they beat them. They should have beat them the first time, but, hopefully they can come around and win this time. Well, that's all we have for you this week, Patriots. Back to you at the desk.